I'll keep an eye out for everything.
We're live, Patrick.
Oh, my bad. No, okay. All right, go. My fault.
So Patrick has already started breathing again, and we are here for the latest Breath of Fresh Air webcast. Yeah, everybody. Well, excuse me. I'm Charles, as you can see. Got Patrick with me, and we have a few topics to talk about. But before we start, of course, everybody make sure they get on the YouTube channel, the Breath of Pressure YouTube channel. Smash that subscribe button. Keep the likes coming on the Facebook page. Leave those comments, good, bad, or indifferent. Let us know how we're doing. We'll get back to you. Don't matter. Now, Patrick, this is a little bit of a somber show here because, or at least the beginning of the show will be, because we're going to start with the passing of Kobe Bryant on Sunday.
Hey, you jumping right in.
Yes, man. I mean, and it's one of those things. Of course, I mean, I've been listening to uh, a lot of the tributes, some of the radio shows that's been going on. I mean, of course, he went down in a helicopter among 9 people who passed in the accident in Calabasas, California, which is north of Los Angeles. Um, his daughter Gianna, or they call her Gigi, was on the helicopter with her. So, of course, all of our thoughts and prayers goes to the families that are affected from this tragedy. And I mean, I wanted to see how we were going to bring this up because I don't want this show to be heavy like that. I mean, listen, now like I said, our thoughts and prayers go out to him. And on Sunday, when I heard the news, Patrick, I mean, this hurt a little bit because I mean, I think we can identify, we watched all of Kobe's career, all of it from our teenage years. And to see him go from number 8 pro Kobe to to
Number 24.
to the man who was winning championships with Shaquille O'Neal, had the falling out with Shaq, and then went through some years where he was just scoring all the points, but wasn't getting anywhere in the playoffs. Then the Lakers got Paul Gasol to kind of help out, and then he won his 4th and 5th titles in 2009, 2010. So the main thing, Patrick, where I guess I'm trying to go with this is, look, I really don't know how to pay tribute to Kobe Bryant unless we were going to talk about everything with him, good, bad, or indifferent. So we're just going to talk about moments. Good moments, cool. If he goes ahead, we want to talk about the 81 points he scored in that game against Toronto and some of those other moments where he had big games to carry the team. That's cool. I want to talk about some of the bad moments where we were calling the Lakers the Los Angeles Kobe's because he was shooting all the balls. Then we can talk about that as well.
That goes along with points that one game too. Just saying.
Exactly.
He shot 100 shots that game.
Yeah, exactly. Don't forget about his last game where he shot 50 shots to get 60 points.
Yes.
So and look,
there's a lot of good moments that we're fixing to relive, and there's a lot of webcasts that the fans can watch where we went crazy on Kobe for being a ball hog, all the way to the point where, like, that game he scored 81 points. I'd have to go back and look, but there was some things that I said about his 81 points that was like, yeah.
I mean, literally, we were calling them the Los Angeles Kobe's, man. Yeah. Because he was so shooting all the shots.
Right.
And then
didn't we call them the Lost Kobe Bryants or something?
Yes, the Lost Kobe Bryants. Yes, we did. And when he was out there, when anybody else shot the ball, he was giving them the dookie look. Like, hey, Kobe, you can't just shoot all the balls, dude. But I mean, I feel like it's good to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent because all of it, no matter what it is what shaped him. It's
Mhm.
what caused us to feel the way we might feel about it. Now, as a player, I wasn't a particularly. I know people are probably going to kill me for this, but I don't care. I wasn't the biggest Kobe Bryant fan. I wasn't. I
It
thought
was
he was a selfish, yeah, I mean, I thought he was a selfish player. And all he could do really was score. But he was a good defender as well. He was on the All NBA defensive team a lot. I don't know the exact number. I want to say 9 or 10 times he made that team. Um,
it was his defense that really got him into the All-Star game his second season in the NBA.
yes, because he wasn't the big time scorer like that. Not what we became to know. He was a guy, and shoot, he was coming off the bench.
Hmm.
He's coming off the bench. People forget that Eddie Jones was the guy who was starting at shooting guard for those teams when the Lakers were playing still at the Great Western Forum because they moved to the Staples Center after 3 seasons of having him and Shaquille O'Neal together, and then Phil Jackson became the coach too. So I mean, there's just a lot. There's so many different directions we can go with this, but I just think it's important to talk about all of it because it's what helped him it's what helped us know him as we know him or as we remember him. And also, one thing about Kobe that you can never say about him, he did bring it every night. That dude came in there, he was ultra prepared, he was ultra focused, uh, and he was ready to attack. You could never say Kobe Bryant was not going to go out firing.
Yeah.
And that part I can respect about him more than anything else, honestly. It's just him coming out there competing everything else. If you want to talk about the rings, if you want to talk about the other accolades he has, being fourth on the scoring list, all time NBA, you want to have that debate whether or not he's the best Laker of all time, then you could do that too. I don't think he's the best Laker of all time. I still think that is Magic Johnson who's the best Laker of all time.
But he ranks up there pretty high. I
Huh?
mean, he ranks up there pretty high.
Oh,
He holds
absolutely.
number one in most of every stat that the Lakers have, minus assist.
Absolutely. But for me, I think it's Magic
Magic
Johnson. I
Johnson,
feel like
hands down. Me too.
yeah, and I feel like he did a better job of making the teammates around him better, and that's why I would give him the nod over Kobe. And if people want to say Kobe, that's fine too. I mean, that's cool.
I can
But
respect it. I can
yes,
definitely respect it.
and so and that's the main thing, man. I mean, I think everything that we're talking about, it helps shape what he is, and to know that we watched him play all 20 years from our teenage years. Fro Kobe, number 8 Kobe, to number 24 Kobe. Um, that on Sunday when I heard that, man, I didn't believe it. There's
I
no way.
didn't.
I just said, no, there's no way. But then I got to thinking about it and I said, man, TMC was the first to report that. And we'll get on that reporting thing in a minute. But TMC reported that first. They're normally not wrong. Now I thought when they first came out, they were tabloid TV all all together.
Absolutely.
But they're pretty accurate when they report on these things. So I said, "Oh man, this may be true." And then the other outlets started confirming it, and I said, "Man, this is true." Gone way too young, Patrick, is basically the only way I can describe it. And also, he he was a big part of his daughter's basketball. I mean, and I think that's the part that kind of hurts the most. That the kids
Yeah.
and they have him and Vanessa have a 1 year old, or not even a 1 year old. She'll never know her father. I mean, that's the part that's really kind
I know
of.
her father.
I mean, she'll know her, but I mean, in
She won't
terms
know him at
of
that level.
yeah.
And that's what's sad. Um, so, well, my turn.
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
All right. So I was going to do a shorty on this, and Charles decided that he wants to do it on a webcast, and that's cool. So I'm going to give my shorty here. Look, we could talk about all the stats that he did. 33,000 points, ranked number 1 in Laker history. The most 3-points ever shot, the most second most assists ever done on the team, the most steals in Laker history. We can sit and do these all day long. We could also do his next gen stats if you want to, Charles. We can do those too. How he scores 81 points on Fridays after he takes a dump after 2 p.m. I mean, he should have done that all the time, you know? Thanks, ESPN, for that next gen stat. Stupid. But I wasn't going to talk about stats. I wanted to talk what I saw as a man. And even though I don't know him, he always pushed himself to the next level. And you know, fans also probably forget about this, is that, you know, Kobe Bryant came into the NBA after high school. He didn't go to college.
Right out of high school.
So, yeah. You got this. So if you look at what he had, he has what's the word I'm looking for? If you look at everything that he has done over the course of his life, I'm not even talking about his career as a basketball player, but as life, you can see that his kids truly loved him. You can see that he has this mentality of, I'm going to get this done regardless of what it takes. And yes, a lot of times that poured over into the court, saying, you know, shooting 100 shots to get 81 points. Look, I get it. But he had a never die mentality. And I know I don't mean that as a pun, but he had a never die mentality. And the only thing I really wanted to say, truthfully, 100%, is I wasn't a Kobe Bryant fan like that. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you for giving me the honor to watch you play basketball and letting me watch the things that you have done with 16 or 17 NBA All-Stars, 4 Olympic gold medalists. I mean, the man could play ball. And I just want to, you know, his family, you know, that's the things that hurt me the most, is having to hear what his family has to go through. Daughter is never going to know his dad on that level. A 17-year-old girl that just, I mean, was she 17 or was she like 13?
I think she's 13. Yeah, she's 13.
So a 13-year-old that, I mean, honestly, we sit here and say Kobe Bryant died too young. What about her? You know, she's gone and she hasn't even had a chance to live her life. With all of that being said, as good as Kobe was, let's not forget that there were 7 other people on that helicopter. Right. And, you know, as much as we want to say we send our prayers out to Kobe Bryant and his family, you know, there were 7 other people on there too that we need to also send our prayers out for and keep them in our thoughts, and let them, you know, just because they were of a smaller status, so to speak, they shouldn't be forgotten either. So that is what I was wanting to talk about.
And Patrick, so on that note, they were all going to watch their kids play basketball that day.
Mm-hmm.
You had a family.
Hey, you gotta go get your chicken.
In a few minutes.
Don't forget about
that. No, but
that's chicken cooking in the oven, not like an actual chicken.
No, well, yeah, I was gonna leave it in there for about 10 more minutes just to make sure that it's cooked thoroughly and stuff. So
okay.
So yeah, but yeah, I will go get it here in a little bit. No, but the main thing on that note though, you had a wife, husband, and the daughter. They were on that helicopter. The husband, oh my gosh, I can't. Can you do some stat checking real quick for me, Patrick? I want to make sure I get his name because he was a baseball coach. That was a really good baseball coach.
Oh yeah, AAA guy.
Yes, junior college.
Oh, junior college.
Yeah. And so I just want to make sure that I have the names right there. But I mean, they were going to see their daughter play basketball. Same thing, because they were all part of Kobe Bryant's camp, the Mamba camp. And so I bring that up because you have people from all walks of life. You have a very famous basketball player. You have a good baseball coach. You have another woman who I think was a trainer. All of them were going to watch their kids play basketball. They went down doing stuff.
Altabelli.
Yes, John Altabelli. Yeah. And that was that's they were all from different walks of life doing things that all parents would like to do, or at least most of the parents out there would like to do, which is spending time with their kids, watching them develop as not just players, but just mature kids.
Yep.
And so that's the thing that's really kind of that's definitely heartbreaking. I mean, this whole thing is heartbreaking, but I mean, they were going just being families. That hurts.
Yeah.
But the main thing though is, I said, all of our thoughts and prayers go out to those families that are affected. And I mean, as for Kobe, like you said, Patrick, I couldn't have said it any better. Thank you, man, because it was, no matter how much we might have felt about him as a player, the good, bad, or indifferent, it was an honor to be able to watch his whole career from start to finish. And I mean, yeah, it's the best I could really put it there. You have anything else to add to it?
That was it.
All right, man. Well, Patrick, keep them entertained for a little bit. I'm gonna go take this chicken out. And then
What do you want me to talk about?
Man, hey, jump on the media. Jump on the media for their coverage on Sunday, and then I'll have that. I'll have the thoughts on there. I mean, because
Okay.
it'll be about a minute or two. I'll be back.
Okay. So while Charles goes gets his chicken out of the oven, I'm going to talk about this media and how garbage they want to cover this whole Kobe Bryant thing. And basically, it was just a huge bum rush on who was going to report it first. Now, I think Charles mentioned it to me before we started the webcast that TMZ was the one that broke the news. And for the most part, I always think they are I don't know what I think about TMZ most of the time. Sometimes I just think they're just out for clickbait, but a lot of times they're never wrong. They normally report truth pretty quickly. But it was just crazy how all of these media outlets want to rush and try to get this as breaking news, and TMZ beat them to the punch. Sorry, ESPN, you suck. Sorry, CNN, should have been watching your own news, but TMZ broke the news. So to me, Charles has more of a spill on this because this is more of his career field. But I'll say it all the time, man. He's fixing to go out. He's fixing to go off on this media, and I can feel it. I don't want to keep it any further ado, but I will have to say, man, I know where he's fixing to come from, and unfortunately, I'm guilty by association. So, Charles, let the media have it, bro.
Dude, I mean, it was so disgusting how everything was being reported. Now, here's my thing with it, Patrick, because I mean, this happens all the time now, and this is why nobody really likes the media. This is why the media is not trustworthy. TMZ, like you said, they were the first to report it. All right, so since they're the first to report it, everybody else, take that breaking news thing off your label. It is no longer breaking news because TMZ already broke the news. So all the rest of these media outlets, whether it's ESPN, ABC News, NBC News, whoever, Fox, whoever, all they should be doing now at this point is confirming. That's all they should be doing. Confirm, get with your sources, make sure whatever TMZ is reporting is accurate. And then when you know that, you can finally come out. And I hope whoever is watching this as a journalist or whoever, they're listening to me right now. I hope you leave whatever comments because I don't care. You want to feel insulted by what I'm saying? I don't care. Because this is what you get. Because I am one of these journalists. And it hurts to see this because it's disgusting. But back to my point.
Told you he was gonna rant.
No, but back to my point. When you understand what is going on, write the story and be accurate about it. There's no reason for you to rush out here this article where you have tons and tons of mistakes on it. And then on top of the articles, Patrick, you have people coming out with all this crazy stuff. Oh, I heard all of Kobe's family or all of his daughters were on the plane. That came from an ABC News reporter. Like, I can see that coming from somebody else, but dude, really, ABC? Come on.
Gotta have your research done, man.
And then, I heard there was another report.
Unless you're us.
Huh?
I said you gotta have your research done unless you're us, and then you just wing it.
Yeah, dude. And then there was other reports. Rick Fox was on the helicopter. I mean, give me a break, y'all. What are we doing? You're
trying to get more people watching your network.
So now you're just grenade launching. You're just throwing mess out there and hoping it sticks. That is bad. That is lazy. That's sloppy. It's terrible. It's disgusting. And it's unethical, really, on every on every wave, on every level. That is bad. So if you reported it, so whatever mistakes TMZ made, then that's on them. Let them answer for those mistakes from their first report. But everybody else, it's no longer breaking news now. So if you go on ESPN and they're like, "Oh, breaking news," no, it's not breaking news anymore. It's already been reported. You're just confirming the stuff now. And once everything is confirmed and you're good to write the article, take your time and write the article right. That's what it should be about at any level before you put anything out there. Be accurate, be truthful, have your facts straight, have your sources straight. That's what it's all about. Unfortunately, way too many times, though, it's about being first. TMZ was already first, like you said. Nobody else is first now. Now you're first loser, but not first.
Which was ESPN.
Yeah, it's that was bad. That Patrick, that was bad. But what we saw Sunday with the reporting was bad. And it happens far too often, but it was on full display on Sunday. And as a person who has gone to school for broadcast journalism, as a person who does journalism in the military for the reserves, disgusting. Because if we did something like that in the military, just like with your job, Patrick, you do something like that in the military that's really garbage, you're standing tall in front of people, you're being held accountable for this. These people put this stuff out there and there's no accountability for them. They can just throw this stuff out here blindly because they know they're not going to be held accountable for it. Let me be their boss. Let me be their boss.
Oh, please. That's the reason why I'm a one-man show, bro. I just got one more thing to add to that journalist thing, man, and we'll move on to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But is this, man? Look, this is not my profession. I'm a network engineer, systems administrator, and knowing you, like I was saying earlier, I'm guilty by association because I say that all the time. I'm like, when I talk about LeBron James and his, yeah. So it's like this. Stop giving us a bad name. I'm getting a bad name, and I don't even know what the hell I'm doing first. So I don't need no help. ESPN, CNN, ABC. I don't need no help looking like an ass. Excuse my language, but I don't need no help. So get your crap together, do what you're supposed to do, and report accurately and appropriately.
Like if we wanted, if we wanted to be an ass and we wanted to be garbage, we could do that by ourselves. We don't need other people's help.
I need nobody's help, bro. I do quite well on my own. So
Yeah.
y'all need to shape that up so I don't look like so much of an ass.
Oh man. So yes, the main thing, and then like you said, we could move on. Do better, media. As in us, we need to be better. We are way better than this. And too many times the garbageness for why people do not like us is far too often on display. We have to be better going forward. So with that, Patrick.
Let's go.
Yeah, so let's move on to this Super Bowl. Of course, Super Bowl 54 coming up on Sunday in Miami. Got the San Francisco 49ers playing the Kansas City Chiefs. We're just going to jump right into it, Patrick. Who do you have winning and why?
All right, dude, I'm going to tell you this one. This one's going to be short and sweet. I ain't got nothing to say about this. I got San Francisco, and this is the reason why. Oh, let me give you my score. I got San Francisco 37-20. And this is the reason why. They have nothing to lose. And we said it many, many times. When you have nothing to lose and you're a team that wasn't even expected to even make the playoffs this year, and now they're in the Super Bowl. So they're playing with house money, but they're not gambling it away. They know exactly what they need to do. They have a team that is honestly probably going to outmatch Kansas City in every way that you can possibly think of. Whether it's special teams, offense, defense, running game, passing game. Passing game will probably be, pretty even. But other than that, I don't see Kansas City really able to control any of this game. And that's point blank, man. I just don't see it. So San Francisco, 37-20 game.
It's kind of funny that you have that score. I have 34-20 San Fran. And okay, of course, all right. Yeah, everybody knows I'm a 49er fan. So, of course, I'm going to represent my team. I feel like there's a lot of disrespect going on toward the 49ers because everybody is talking about Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, all this. Listen, Patrick Mahomes is great. I'm not taking nothing away from him. Kansas City has a lot of weapons on offense. I get that. And their defense is improved. Okay, cool. Everybody's talking about how high-powered Kansas City's offense is. Has anybody really stopped the 49ers offense, though? I mean, 49ers offense been kind of putting up some numbers.
Even in their loss, they put up numbers.
Yeah. And then the running back for us, Raheem Mostert. I heard one dude on the radio said, oh, well, he only had this one hot game. Have you been watching the 49ers all year? Mostert's been beasting all year. That was the only game that he did it. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was his biggest game. Yeah, he had 200 yards against the Packers, but this dude's been running well all year. So stop with that. And then, I mean, they have George Kittle, who, like I said, I think he's the best tight end in football, doing his thing. Deebo Samuel, the offensive line's playing well. And then you go over to the defensive end. I think our defensive line, I say we like I play for them, but I think our defensive line is showing up. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be running for his life. Because also, Patrick, what I think Patrick Mahomes is, he's Russell Wilson with a stronger arm. That's what he is to me. And I mean, because he can be elusive, he can be slippery, but he has a cannon for an arm. He's got a hose. So seeing how the 49ers see Russell Wilson twice a year, I think they'll have a pretty good game plan for Patrick Mahomes. And those weapons, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Damian Williams at running back, Nicole Hartman. Yes, I get it. They have a lot of weapons there. But again, they're only as dangerous as the guy throwing the ball to him. And if they and if they take Mahomes away, well, then you stop them. I think they will get a good amount of pressure on them. And on offense, that's the main thing. Again, I don't see Kansas City really slowing down the 49ers offense. So, yes, I see a solid victory for the 49ers there. I'm going to go 34-20 again, pretty much the same score that I had for the Green Bay game. So, I'm going there. Same thing, 34-20. I think it's going to be a solid win. And the 49ers will be bringing their sixth Super Bowl trophy back. Main thing with that, Patrick, they tie the New England Patriots if they are to win. They tie the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers for the most in the league. But even more important than that, they passed the Dallas Cowboys.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna be petty like that. Yeah.
I
So
would be too. Hell, I'll be patty.
just for today. Just for today, I'll be petty.
Well, I would do it every day. Let the Falcons win one. Whew,
Ooh.
whew. I'll be
Well,
yelling, we're 5 away from New England now, baby. What's up?
well, Patrick, I mean, hey, I guess that wraps up this webcast, man. And like I said, like I said, I hope with this show for the people who were watching and will check it out when we post it. I said, I wanted to make sure that we could say what was on our minds and in our hearts about Kobe Bryant and the other people who was on that tragic helicopter crash. Uh, but I didn't want it to be a heavy show. I've been listening to nothing but heavy shows for these last couple of days, and it's like, all right, man, yes, he passed away very tragically, but let's celebrate some of the good times he left us with too. That's the main thing. Let's talk about all of it, because all of it, just like how we say sports is part of life, it's not life itself. Well, everything is what made Kobe Bryant as how we know and how we think he is shaped in front of us today, where however you may think about him, we have that opinion. So let's talk about it. Let's celebrate it all and make it be. Yes. So before we get off the air here, as I said at the beginning, make sure you leave the comments, whatever comments you have for us, in the comments box. And of course, we will get back to you. Smash that subscribe button on the BOFA, Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel, and keep those likes coming on the Facebook page. And say we have a lot of stuff coming. We plan on February being a big month. We will keep you posted on everything that we're going to be doing, what's coming. But just know, got a lot of stuff coming up. So anything to add to that, Patrick, before we get off?
Nothing. You covered it.
All right. So until next time, people, everybody take care. Have a good rest of the week. And if we don't talk to you before the week is out, enjoy the Super Bowl. Pretty sure we will. We might have a shorty or something, but but if not, everybody enjoy the Super Bowl and have a good rest of the week. Take care. All right, we're gonna be on the air still for a little.